G'day mateys, Joshua Besnay here, and thanks for tuning in to Pirates and TPs. I'm going off grid. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to build a French drain. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Turns out I had a major problem with water building up. Well, I knew it was going to happen when I leveled this pad out. So after a few rains, I was able to see where the water was naturally flowing, and I'm using that natural flow of water in order to plan my French drain mapping out. So I've started out at the low spots, and I've dug trenches with a groundhog. It's like a ditch witch or whatever you want to call it that my buddy Cable's brother gave to us. He's like sitting at his house not using it, so it was all full of water. Cleaned the water out, got it going. So I've got the trenches trenched in with the trencher. Ooh, that was a lot of trenches in one sentence. Trenchage. Now it has to be widened out a little bit because the trencher's kind of narrow. The key to the operation is the mattocks and the 3-inch wide shovel. It's letting me keep this ditch as thin as possible so I don't use up too much of the drainage rock that I have to purchase, and then also, you know, I'm not digging any bigger of a ditch that I need to be digging. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. For the piping, I'm using there's different brand names, I believe. This one's called Easy Flow. I think I've heard it also called AgriFlow. It's perforated corrugated pipe, and 3 inches the size I'm using. I'm running that at the bottom of the ditch with 1.5-inch river gravel on the top. I've purchased the river gravel from the local mud mall, aka Hanson Brothers Enterprises, and I'm using that to fill in over all of the drainage ditch. You'll see here I've got end caps like this, so when I start the drain in a low spot that I've been looking for, you know, I go to the low spots, I start there, I make kind of a shallow ditch, and then I get it deeper as I direct everything downhill so it'll eventually flow out the other side. These go on the end of the pipe and keep the rocks from going in, so that when I put them at the beginning of the drain, I can backfill it with rocks, and it'll allow water to flow into this and out the pipe. Right now I'm standing in the lowest point on my pad. This is where all the water runs and collects. I always see puddles here after the rain. I have created a small ditch here that was already collecting water that just barely fit the Easy Flow pipe. And then I just put a small layer of rock on top to hold the pipe down. Now it's going to slant down as the ditch gets deeper and brings it over there, as you can see. And so I'll start filling up with rocks more. The key to a good French drain is you want larger size stone so that water passes freely through it. I am using 1.5 inch round river rock that I purchased at the local mud mall, Hanson Brothers. I've used 1/2 yard on the front side drain that I showed in an earlier video. I made the ditch a little wider, I think, than it actually needs to be, which means I used way more rock than I need to. 50 feet of pipe over there, I used 1/2 yard. I've got 1 more yard. Hopefully it will do the last 150 feet and I won't need to purchase any more. At first I was using 5-gallon buckets to move the rock. I liked it because I was able to really direct the rock right into the trench, super easy. But it turns out it's much less work in the long run to rake everything into the wheelbarrow and dump that and then sit down there and spread it all by hand. It gives me a second to take a break there. I think that's about it. As you can see, I've still got a lot to do, but you obviously get the gist of what you would need to do if you were going to build your own French drain, and to see how crucial it was that I had this French drain put in. The water was building up in these low spots, and especially on the new construction, there was a lot of sinkage, and the settling happened really rapidly, causing cracks and stuff like that, where water, I don't know if it was flowing underneath or what, but now the water's going to flow out great. We should be good to go. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know about new videos. If you did that for me, that would be huge. Also, sharing this video and any of my other videos on your social media and with your friends really helps me out. If you subscribe to this channel and like it, maybe your friends will as well. If every person here got 3 people to subscribe, I would have 1,000 subscribers, and I could start making a little cha-ching on the side from this channel. All right, and that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a piratical day.